Eric Seay. I mean, just an incredible young man. He was well over 300 pounds his whole life. He never remembers weighing himself under 300 pounds. He wanted to go to the NFL as a kid. He hated himself at that weight. He got to college and eventually learned that that wasn't his path. He had a heartbreak in his life, and he decided to make a huge transformation. He's 205 pounds now. He's lean. He works out twice a day. He gets up before 4 a.m. every morning. He does day trading. He learned to do day trading while he was started to lose the weight, and was very bad at it for 5 or 6 years, and now has a routine, has rules that he never deviates from. He talks about that, what he does, how he does it. But this young man is 25 years old, and the discipline that he has, the routine, he has 5 daily habits. One about getting up, nutrition, still works out twice a day, no vices. He said he used to, smoke a lot of pot, doesn't do that anymore, and no vices at all. But the transformation he's made, not only physically, but, mentally and professionally, and he also coaches and helps others with this transition, and just incredibly inspiring and knowledgeable, and just so much wisdom in a young man. I'm so very impressed, and I'm still wowed by our conversation. Eric Seay, thank you. By the way, this was his first podcast he's ever done. Very impressive young man. Thanks for listening and watching. Hi, I'm Joey Pinz, and here's my 45-second introduction. After starting my business in the 90s, I started developing poor habits of eating in my diet because I was working way too much. Before you know it, I found myself 340 pounds. The doctor told me if I don't lose the weight, I'm not going to see my daughter graduate. Took the next 7 months, lost 130 pounds. People think there's some secret. Ask me, how'd you lose that weight? Like there's some secret. There is no secret. How'd I lose the weight? Just one word: discipline. I've had other successes in life, and I attribute them all to discipline. Now, I'm not the king of discipline, but I believe that it can help all of us. Friends, colleagues convinced me to start a podcast. The podcast mission: how do we better ourselves and society? I talk to interesting people in health, fitness, sport, wellness, business, technology, science, art, and culture. And I eventually ask them how discipline plays a role in their life. Podcast vision: growth through learning from others. Eric Seay, I'm very excited to talk to you. How did Gucci Mane convince you to lose weight?
Man, I was going through a rough breakup, a tough breakup, first love, and you know how that is. So I was already fat and out of shape, and I was watching the music. Me and my brother, we was sitting around just listening to music, and I seen he got out of prison after 5 years. He went in huge, pot belly like a pig. That he looked like me. He got out, and I seen what he looked like. And he was just flexing, so confident, doing his thing, doing his little dance and stuff. And I was like, I said, bro, we looked at just the same, like a couple years ago. And he's a whole different person. The man has abs, veins everywhere. And I'm like, if he can do it, like, cause he was a dope dealer. So if he can do it, out of all the people, I know I can do it, because his mindset ain't nothing like mine. So I just locked in right there in that discipline, consistency, and I said, I'm gonna get this look, but I'm gonna transform it and be phenomenal, look even fucking better, even better.
Do you want to connect with business leaders and engage consumers who take action? The Joey Pinz podcast delivers high-impact conversations to an audience of decision makers, entrepreneurs, and professionals across multiple industries. A fast-growing audience of highly engaged listeners, both B2B and B2C. Millions of listens and views across YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Brands that sponsor us see real engagement, conversations, and brand loyalty. Whether you're looking to sell a service, promote a product, or establish thought leadership, our sponsorships offer premium ad placements, exclusive episode sponsorships, full season branding, and event partnerships. Don't just advertise, become part of the conversation. Visit us at joeypinz.com/sponsor to get started, or email us at sales@joeypinz.com. Joey Pinz Podcast, where thought leaders, brands connect. Yeah, because Eric, the pictures you have up on Instagram, and you were over 300 pounds for a long part of your life, correct?
Right. I've never seen the scale. I've never seen the scale under 300 pounds, ever, until I stopped playing football.
How old a man are you now? You ask me asking?
Yeah, I'm 25.
25. So when you started weighing yourself, you were never under 300 pounds. The transformation I see on the Instagram is, I mean, you're a big, well, you were a lineman. Were you a lineman first and then got to that weight, or were you that weight and then became a football player?
I ever since I think I started playing football around like 5, 6 years old, and I always played offensive line and defensive line. So I was always in the trenches from a little kid, and it just grew on me, and the weight grew with me.
Wow. Wow. And when you lost all the weight, Eric, did you have like a lot of extra skin?
uh, I wouldn't say I had some loose skin, but
Yeah.
I did abs every day. Like I murdered abs for about 10 to 20 minutes every day because I told myself I'm not having no loose skin. I'm not gonna be like nobody else. I'm gonna be the result of going from fat to phenomenal with no loose skin, no extra additive. Stretch marks, yeah, because that come with it. But other than stretch
Right.
marks, no loose skin, no none of that. So out cardio, abs every day. I was getting in to make sure it was no flabbing, no loose skin, no fat, no nothing.
Wow. Yeah, I read about how it was Gucci Mane, and then you kind of your first love. She went to the military, and you just kind of grew apart and ended up ending. So it was probably a combination of both of those events.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, and I knew because during I think about around 2020 when COVID hit, that's when I started shifting away from football and I started getting into day trading because they gave us a break. And a friend called me and he was telling me and my little brother about this thing called Forex. And we was like, Forex, what is Forex? So he gave us a rundown and we was like, you can make money just from using a click of a button with your finger. And I'm like, bro, we've been putting all this work in, doing what every other black male does, trying to go from nothing, small town nothing, to making millions in the NFL playing sports or anything, just dealing with sports. And I said, bro, we not finna do this no more. We finna
Mm.
change the narrative. We gonna be different. We gonna show our people, black people, that you don't have to go to college and you don't have to play sports to become a millionaire and have money. All you gotta do is just learn the skill, use your mind, and make that goal and that vision happen. Pretty much.
Hmm. Yeah, I read in your bio that you were, you're working at FedEx and other places, and you were still day trading, and you got kind of one big payout, and then you quit, but then it didn't last long, so you had to kind of go back and forth. So it's still a discipline and a skill, day trading. You got to be patient. You got to understand it, right?
You gotta follow your rules. If you don't follow your rules, you'll forever lose. You gotta be
Uh,
disciplined and have that patience. So if your setup don't form, you don't see your setup don't form, you don't risk your money. But if whatever you've been practicing, everything line up, and you've been all right. So because I used to do 24 hours practicing, 20 hours straight. Like I'll
wow.
probably take 30 minute break, bathroom, eat a snack, and right back on it. Right back to my plan, trying to perfect it because I didn't want to work a job. I didn't want to do nothing else but day trade. So once I found my structure plan, I seen where I finally went wrong after 3, 4, 5 years. I seen where I went wrong and I just wasn't following the rules. And once I started
Hmm.
following my rules, things changed. I got confident in my plan, my system, and that's when money started being made.
It's hard. It's tempting to go away from those kind of rules because you see some things fly up, you see some trends happening, some bubbles happen, and it's you don't want you want to go because you think it's easy money, but in the long run, you just end up losing out.
All emotion. You gotta control your
Mm.
emotions. You gotta control your emotions.
So, give me an example of some kind of rules that people should have when they're day trading.
So the first thing I tell everybody, because this is why I messed up for 3 to 5 years, because I've been trading for 6 years and I didn't see I seen where I was going wrong at around third to fourth year. I was always going against the main trend. So it's I have a timeline. You have a weekly timeline that tells me what I need to wait on and what I need to look for the week. My daily. So how can I put it? Okay, this is how I tell everybody. The weekly, that's like my mama bell. The 1 hour, the daily and the 1 hour, those are my cubs. So if the mama bell out looking for food, the weekly, she tells the daily and the 1 hour the cub just to stay back and stay right here in this play hole or in the habitat, in the home, until I tell y'all it's time to come feed, time to come eat.
Hmm.
Most people, they go out searching eating while mama's still out hunting, doing all the bad shit. They not paying attention. But as soon as mama, the weekly, says, come on, that's when it's time to come on, eat, and you risk your money. And 9 times out of 10, you gonna go eat pretty much. So it's all about following the higher time frame trend. So if the mama bear say go up, bullish. If the mama bear say bullish for the week, you wait Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever day that market turns from bearish to bullish. That's when you start looking to bet your money, risk your money, and make money or lose it.
Wow.
But if you don't follow Mama Bell, you will not eat and you will die. You will die. And I died 3 to 5 years straight, not following Mama Bell. So yeah.
Wow. So you have to stay close to it, Eric. You have to stay close to it and see what these trends are happening. So do you have like MSNBC up all the time? You know, are you keeping close watch to it?
So my weekly, my Mama Bell, I get on. I look at her every Monday because I don't trade Mondays. So Sunday to Monday, I look at what Mama Bell telling me to do. She telling me to buy this week. I'm gonna wait for Monday. I'll wait for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That'll tell me when to go from bearish to bullish, when to buy. If Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday don't tell me to buy, I don't buy. But I have a alert system. So on TradingView, you have alert. You have a few alerts. So anytime my alert happens, I know it's time to buy, and I'm in the right market to be risking my money. I'm following Mama Bell. So if that alarm don't go off, I check every now and then. But if that alarm doesn't go off, I'm not. Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. So it's just a real patient game. Cause some weeks it don't hit, you don't get an alert, but that next week it's ready. So that's how it goes.
And how did you develop these rules? Did you read? Did you get a mentor, or is it just all learning, all experience?
I learned from this guy named ICT, Inner Circle Trade on YouTube, and I went through so many courses, paid so much money, and I finally went back to ICT, and I realized what everybody teaching, he was the holy grail. He taught everybody, and everybody he gives out hundreds and hundreds of different strategies for every different type of person. But everybody tries to master all strategies instead of just one strategy. So what most people do, they find something that works for them, they put their own little twist and sauce on it, and then they turn it into their own and make it their own name and not giving bro his props pretty much. But at the end of the day, I went through all the courses, the scalping, the intraday trading, the swing trading, everything, and I seen it all came from him. So I went straight to the source, and I sat there and I went through every monthly mentorship he had. Wrote down notes, studied, applied, wrote down notes, studied, applied each and every day, all day, even with a job. And I applied what I was seeing, and then at the end, after I applied what I was seeing, it all came down to patience. Waiting during the week, because that's the hardest thing. Emotions are, but patient, waiting on your setup to form, waiting for everything, waiting for all checks to check mark off before you can risk your money. That's the hardest part throughout the week. Because sometimes it never comes, and most times you try to get in right before them check marks hit. And that's where everything go bad. And you see money get blown through the sky, right through the roof. And you like, why ain't it You didn't follow your rules. You wasn't patient enough. You missed it by maybe a minute, maybe a couple seconds. And it did what it did, and you wasn't in because you didn't follow your rules. So, yeah.
And do your rules, Eric, stay constant, or do they evolve slightly as the weeks and months go by?
They evolve, but most of the time they stay the same.
I see. The
You want
fundamentals.
to, how I see it, you want to master one strategy, and one pair. So that one pair is like your wife. You know everything about your wife, front, back. You know everything about her. So you apply that strategy to your wife, and you know how she moves, when she moves, what time she moves, and that's just how I see it. So yeah, it evolves, but most of the time it stays the same throughout. Just being patient.
Mm,
Every move, every setup, it's the same, but it has different characteristics. Put it like that.
I see.
So
I
yeah,
see. And how about the AI tech bubble? What are your thoughts on it?
AI tech. I'm so manual and into my craft that I don't need AI. I just practice
Mm.
price. I done imprinted price action into my brain so much that once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's what ICT say. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I could be driving down the road, look up in the sky, and I see my formations, and I'm like, yeah, there it is, there it is. So AI, I try not to get into AI. I just try to keep myself sharp and always on my toes.
So these kind of tech trends or these little bursts that happen in the market, they don't really phase you at all.
Not much. The only thing that fazes me is economic calendars, who's speaking for the day, things like that.
Mm.
Yeah, things like that.
You mean when companies release their earnings?
Right. Because certain days of the week that I look to trade, it's certain days of the week on the economic calendar I look to trade, and those days tell me what days I'm gonna start trading on. So if I see a high impact folder, a high impact economic folder, I mean these companies are giving off their yearly or annual earnings on Wednesday, I'm looking to trade Wednesday. I might not get a
Right.
trade Wednesday, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that should be my timelines to trade, pretty much.
Hmm. What do you think of Warren Buffett?
Master at his craft. Master at his craft. Cause I really don't study other people when it comes to trading. I only study other people when it comes to personal development and how they communicate and give out their message. But when it comes to trading, that's just all me and experience. Because in trading, that's how you learn is from experience. You have to put time in the market. You have to put time in the market. If you don't put time in the market, you'll never get to what you want to be ever.
When somebody gives you a tip, Eric, like this particular stock is doing well, take a look at it. What do you do with that kind of advice?
I don't disregard it, but I know it's not my instrument that I trade. So
Mm.
yeah, I tell them, that's cool, but I trade this, and this is the only thing I look at. This is what I study. This is what I trade, and I'm not deviating from it because this is what works for me when I need it to work.
And can you ever take? You say you don't trade on Mondays and Tuesdays. Can you ever just take a week off? Or are
Oh
you
yeah,
always on?
if if I make a certain amount of money, yeah, I'll be finished for the day. I'll be happy. If I make a goal on Tuesday or that begin, if I make enough money or hit a goal at the beginning of the week, I'll finish for the rest of the week, get ready for next week, or I give myself a break, enjoy myself, and then come back refreshed for the next week or that
Mm.
next week after that. So I don't look because when I was losing between those 3 to 5 years, I was trying to make money each and every day trying to go and make some money. Right now, I figured out I need to be patient, wait on my setup, and if nothing happens, nothing happens. On to the next week.
And then, of course, how do you deal with the capital gains? You know, when you have to actually claim this, you've got to look at some instruments and to help paying a lot of taxes on those gains.
Yeah, when it comes to taxes, I haven't really got into any issues with taxes, so it hasn't been a big issue. Probably because I haven't made enough money for the IRS or anything to come looking for
Right,
anything. But
right.
I know once I get into that bracket, I have an accounting for it.
Sure. That'd be a nice problem to have, I guess, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
so when people want to enter the market and they hear your story, right, and they, everybody's always skeptical. You hear about these crashes, you hear about these booms. I mean, there was this Chinese company that made an AI platform and less money than the others, and those big companies went down. There's always these kinds of you know red flags. What is your advice for anybody new getting into marketing, getting into day trading?
My advice it would be find you one strategy and test that strategy over and over and over and over and over again until it becomes you. You can trade any instrument, any stock, any index fund, anything that you want with it using your strategy because you know what works, how it works, and yeah. So find one strategy, stick with it, and don't jump from this to that, from this course to that course to that course just because they win it.
Mm, mm, mm.
Don't go for where everybody winning at. Find you one strategy. If you're gonna invest in this person, this course, this strategy, invest in it. Put your all into it. Let time marinate and just test it till it can't be tested no more. Till you so confident when you see it, you can't unsee it. You just confident. Ain't no second guess, no guesswork on nothing.
Hmm. And is everything you do domestic in the U.S.? Or are you doing any foreign trade?
So now I only trade the Nasdaq in the forex market. The forex market, Nasdaq, and that's all I trade. Cause everything else, I have my ups and downs with everything else, but I see consistent gains with Nasdaq only. So Nasdaq, I feel like I know when Nasdaq moves, when she likes to move, what day, what time. That's my wife.
That's really affectionate how you call it your wife. It's very interesting because it's that close to you. It's
Yeah,
it's a person. It's a relationship. You
definitely.
don't look at it as like an entity. It's very interesting how you put that. So the day trading came while you were losing the weight, after you lost the weight.
So the day trading came. I was getting out of the football. Day trading got me out of the football. Day trading got me out of football, but I've been working out since I was in elementary school, middle school. So it always went workout, day trading. Well, this was after football. It was workout, day trading. That clear my mind, keep my mental focus. I'm patient. I'm good. Workout, day trading, and then the rest of my day. So probably go to work or go fishing. But most days will be workout, day trade and workout, and then go to work because I would lose and lose and lose. So I would need something to get my mind off them losses because you can't hold on to them losses. You can't hold on to the losses. So working out was like it always been a staple for me to help me keep calm, ease my mind, and take my mind off whatever it is. Working out, and that's when I figured out fitness was my main objective, my main goal, my main purpose in life. I just needed, I just needed to embody the look of somebody that worked out a fitness guy, so I can give that person to other people, and they would listen. Cause you're not gonna listen to a fat person talking about
Right.
fitness.
Right.
You're gonna listen to somebody that you want to look like, or yeah, you gonna want to look like somebody that you want to look like, or a magazine model. If they say anything about fitness, if it's wrong or right, you're gonna listen because they look like what you want to look like or what you always dreamed of looking like. So I knew I had to become that person first, and yeah, that just helped out with day trading a lot. So
And you're still working out twice a day now.
yeah, definitely. I just
So
I've just changed my daily habit. So now I wake up at 2:45 a.m.
every day.
every day. Every day I wake up at 2:45 a.m. I wake up, I post on Instagram. I post a couple burgers on Instagram, let them know that I'm up. I do 10-minute read or reflection. I read a chapter out of a book that I'm reading. I reflect on it and I let it stick and resonate throughout my day. So that's what I'm constantly working on. That's what I'm focused on. That's my mission for the day. Whatever I read, apply it throughout my day. Whatever in that chapter, apply it that day. I go get my workout at 4 a.m. That normally lasts about 6. Because when I'm in the gym, I'm in so much flow state. I'm just intense and I'm there in the moment. My mind knows I'm just there in the moment, working on me, focusing on me, and improving me. Because that's how I see it. You have to improve self when you first wake up in the mornings, you have to work on self and improve self before you can give to anybody. So I improve me, get myself to a high frequency, high vibration, keep my day flowing, starting off good and flowing. It has to start off good and flowing with that daily workout. And after the workout, I make sure I get all my meals in to keep the physique and keep getting to the vision that I want with my body, and everything else goes how it goes. But the moment I start feeling negative or getting into any negative aspects of mental thinking or anything like that, that's when I get another workout. From burpees, I go to my garage, do burpees. If I'm having negative mental thoughts, I hit the ground, do push up. I take a walk. I do anything with physical activity to get my mind back in positive flow state. And then I come back to a situation and murder it. So yeah,
Wow. What time do you generally go to bed at night?
I probably go to bed at night around 10. No, because I work.
Wow.
Yeah, I go to bed around like 10 every night. So I only get like 4 to 5 hours of sleep. It's cool. It's
That's
cool.
all you need?
That's all I need. It's like my mind and my body so programmed right now to go to sleep at 10. I could be in bed at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but my eyes will not close until I see the clock say 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
Wow.
I think that's just a subconscious mind thing, but once 10 o'clock hit, that's when my body like, okay, everything, you good for the day. You did great.
So Eric, I was over 300 pounds too at one point. I lost a lot of weight. And every once in a while, I think to myself, there's still that 340-pound guy inside me trying to get out. So I got to, stay on the track. I got to, eat less, exercise. Do you ever feel that?
I feel like it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle because he's always back there in my. Well, he's not in the back of my head. He's always in the forefront. So that's my motivation to never be this guy, never look like this guy ever again. Because he
Mm,
did. He pretty much did, but he's still here reminding me you need to stay disciplined. You need to stay consistent because if you don't, this is what you'll look like. This is what you'll be like. And most of all, this is what you'll feel like. And I hated that feeling for 24 years. I hated that feeling. So I know for a fact I will forever do what I need to do and do what I don't want to do because I don't want to be that guy ever again. And I'm not going to be that
mm.
guy ever again. So he stays right here. He stays right here. Always in my ear, always right here. Because, yeah, no, never again.
So you use it as motivation.
So much motivation. And I know it's a lot of people out there that looks like that person right now, and motivation is not gonna do it. Motivation only gets you to the door, but discipline, consistency pushes you. It kick that door down. I say that it slams right through the door. Motivation just gets you to the door, but that discipline, consistency, that what does it.
Do you think if you didn't see Gucci Mane or have that breakup that this wouldn't have happened?
Uh, I feel honestly, I feel like it was gonna happen regardless because I always told my little brother, because my little brother always picked and joked on me about being fat. So I told him I was only doing this just to go to the NFL and provide for my family. But soon as football was over, I was gonna be the best looking man in the universe. I always said that I was gonna be the best looking man in the universe. Just because I hated being fat, I only was fat to play football, get to the NFL, and provide for my family. And yeah, once that dream died, a whole new man came to life. So I always had that dream. Gucci Mane, he just took me to a new level right then and there. So it was like perfect timing. He took me to a new level right then and there. And then I had a pain point to go with it, which was the heartbreak. So I knew I was never gonna get treated like that again or have that heartbreak feeling again. So yeah, everything just came perfect divine timing, and I just took off with it, never
Mm,
turned back,
mm.
never looked back, never turned around. Straightforward progress, get to that vision that I always wanted.
And I think similar to day trading, right? It came to a point where you were just making too many mistakes. You had to, you took a lot of courses. You went back to kind of the original person. But again, you had all this bad circumstance happen. And it just got to a point where it said, forget it. I'm starting from fresh and I'm never looking back. I have a plan and that's it. So you needed to kind of hit a bottom place in order to go there.
Rock bottom.
Correct?
I was at rock bottom. I thought it could go deeper, but I felt I was at rock bottom, and I heard Gucci Man say, "It's only one way up," and I said, and that just resonated. It's only one way up. Once you're at rock bottom, you can't go no further down. It's only one way up, and if you look up, it's up. So you just got to keep going up, keep elevating, and keep becoming phenomenal. And that's what I've been doing.
And so now you help some people, you do some coaching. What happens if they haven't hit that rock bottom yet? How do you motivate them to make a change?
I give them the same daily habits that I use. So I have 5 daily habits that I apply each and every day, and they non-negotiable. That's the early wake up before 4 a.m. because 3 to 4 a.m. that's like your most profound time to be connected with the divine, your highest. How can I say it? Your highest version of you. Between 3 and 5 a.m. That's you being connected with the highest version of you at all costs. So wake up before 3 to 5 a.m. Wake up before 4 a.m. because nobody wants to get up at 4 a.m. So you pretty much stacking wins. I call it stacking wins with these 5 daily habits. You wake up before 4 a.m. You stack that win because don't nobody want to break that pleasurable sleep that they having. Once you wake up, you read and reflect with a book or a positive quote that should stick with you for the day, and that keeps you aligned with a purpose and a mission and a goal for the day. After your reading reflection, you go into a high frequency workout that raises your frequency, raises your vibration, and just trains the mindset. Cause I go in the gym, it's mainly mindset. I'm looking to build a body as well, but you build a body in the kitchen. I didn't learn that until I got on my fitness journey. That because I was even with day trading them 3 to 6 years, I was working out each and every day trying to get the perfect physique, and I try all workout courses, all diets, the vegetarian diet, the vegan diet, Indian diet, pescatarian diet, and I did all of them for 6 months to a year, and I never seen the change that I want. I probably lost 5 to 10 pounds with each and every one within that time span, and I just knew it wasn't for me. So with the training just for mindset training, it get your day right, keep you flowing high frequency for the day. The fourth one is nutrition, the macros, and that was a game changer for me. That physique that I always wanted, losing the fat, dropping the fat as fast as possible with results, came from the macros and the nutrition. Because I'm telling you, I did every ab workout for 20, 30 minutes a day, 2 times a day. I ran miles and miles around my complex pond. I was in the gym for 2, 3 hours a day just trying to get the fat off. And I was always trying to just outwork a bad diet. Outworking a bad diet. So I was starving myself, fruit fasting, over fasting, just starving. So nutrition and macros was the biggest game changer. I tell everybody, if your nutrition and macros off, you off. And you'll never see results. You'll never get that vision or that physique that you want without your nutrition, without your macros. And it took me 3 to 6 years to see that. Straight trial and error. 3 to 6 years just to see that. And nutrition, my fourth daily habit. And my fifth one, no vices, no smoking, no drinking. Because I was a bit pothead, weed head. I smoked. I was going through a heartbreak, and I was trying to get rich at the same time. So I'm smoking 5 to 8, 10 blunts a day, just blowing it down, keeping my mind steady. If I don't work out for the day 2, 3 times a day, that just calm me down and try to keep me steady. No vices, no smoking, no drinking. That kept me out of alignment. It kept me low frequency, and it kept me always in a bad and negative state of mind. Never where I want to be because I'm always thinking about the past. I'm never living in the moment. I'm always thinking about the past or the future. And I'm not enjoying my present moment that I have now that I'm blessed with. So, yeah, dropping the vices, no partying, no drinking, no smoking, no drugs, no nothing. None of that. And those are my daily habits I give to all my mentees. If you follow them daily habits, they'll change your life within a week. And you become a different person in a month. And you see your life change within that month to a year. So yeah. That's what I give them 5 daily habits to follow, abide by, and become non-negotiable.
Your brand deserves to be in front of the right audience decision makers, entrepreneurs, and professionals who are ready to take action. That's exactly who listens to the Joey Pinz podcast. Thousands of engaged business leaders and consumers tune in every week. Millions of views and listens across YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Sponsors see real impact, higher engagement, brand trust, and conversations. We offer strategic partnerships tailored to your goals, including targeted ad placements, branded guest appearances, multi-episode and event sponsorships. Make your brand part of the conversation. Let's grow together. Visit joeypinz.com/sponsor to explore sponsorship opportunities, or email us at sales@joeypinz.com. The Joey Pinz podcast, where brands and thought leaders connect. I want to talk more about nutrition, Eric. I mean, when you were big, you were eating a lot of really tasty food that wasn't good for you, right? I mean, do you miss it at all?
I do miss the tasty food. I do, because I'm from down south, Auburn, Georgia, and my grandma, she cooks the most amazing dishes with the taste and the flavors. And I think that was another big part. I couldn't stop eating. I couldn't stop eating.
Right.
Anytime I tasted something good, I would have to go back for seconds and thirds and maybe fourths. And my stomach was always to the extreme, like I'm feeling sick. But I always told myself it was worth it because of the taste. It was so worth it. And sweets, it was always a sweet with a meal. And if I taste the sweet, I can't stop myself. I can't help myself. So yeah, when it came to buffets or going out to eat or just eating my grandma cooking, yeah, I stay away. Even now, I just stay away from it. I stay strict diet, no cheat meals. Because I know if I do a cheat meal, I'm gonna really cheat the meal, and it's gonna all them results, now that progress, gonna be out the window. Because I'm gonna go all in on this cheat day. So that's why I say strict diet, no cheat meals. And that's what I tell everybody. Just try to go strict diet till you get to your goal result, and yeah, just let it be. Because if you cheat, I don't know if other people like me, but if I'm cheat, I'm cheat. I'm gonna just go all the way out and enjoy and indulge just because I done missed all this time with it. And yeah, I just rather wait till I cut all the way off, get to my goal, my vision, and then when it's time to pack on muscle and I can put them carbs on and all that extra protein that I need, then I can enjoy myself because I work for it. And it's a goal with it, behind it, because I want to put on muscle with it. So all the tasty foods and everything, the carbs, the protein that I want, the fats, they're going to come back into place when the time being. But for right now, it's strict diet, no cheat meals, get to this goal, get to this vision as fast as possible. And then you can enjoy yourself. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there's a big difference between weight loss mode and maintenance mode, right? With maintenance mode, there's a little bit of flexibility, but you don't want to get into bad habits because what they say, 90% of people gain the weight back, right?
Exactly. 90% of people do gain their weight back because it's like food. I've never done the hard drug. The only thing I did was smoke weed. So when I hear people say something like crack anything, I'm like addictive. So food and sweets, they're like crack and cocaine to me. Even though I never tried it, never will, none of that. But that's how I see food. Like if it's tasty to me, or sweets like cake, pecan pie, sweet potato pie. If I taste the sweet, like I have to indulge heavily. So once I hit my vision and my goal, I have a cake already set up, and I can have fun and be like, good job. That's my reward. So until then, no brownies, no cake, no pies, no nothing. Nothing until I get to that vision, get to that goal, and then I can enjoy myself. So it's a strict diet because I know me. I know me.
It's almost like your fifth rule where there's no vices. So I mean, indulging in food would be a vice, right? And you say none. So I mean,
huge vice. That's probably the biggest vice for me because when I tell you, the cravings, they come at night. Like I can be good throughout the day, but the cravings come at night. I don't know what it is about nighttime, but they come at night. I can't get away from the night. I eat two, like when I was 300 pounds, I eat 2, 3 bowls of cereal at night.
Wow.
It's like it goes straight through me. And I'm like, no way. So I eat some graham crackers. I eat a pack of graham crackers. I eat a pack of Ritz crackers. I just be indulging. I go eat leftovers, drink some water, drink some lemonade, and then I'll be good. And then I
Wow.
feel like shit the next day. But it's something about night. Like even when I was in college, I was 300. That's when I found out I was 325 pounds, the biggest I ever got. I would be watching TV or playing 2K with my guys, and I would go through a whole box of Rice Krispie treats right there. A
Wow.
whole box. It'll probably be like a 25 or 50 pack. I would go through the 25 50 pack around 9 to 11 o'clock.
Wow.
And so, yeah, cravings, sweets, tasty food, that's my biggest vice. So, yeah, that's why I'm so strict with my diet, because if I taste it, it's a no-no for me. So I just put all restrictions on it until I can have it, until I can enjoy it, until my body can enjoy it, instead of it being a pleasure. So it's a pleasure I have to
Mm.
work for now.
Seems to me, Eric, like when you had this, but rock bottom, this kind of come to Jesus moment, you not only wanted to fix your inside self and your habits and your day trading and your vices, but you also wanted to fix the external, your physical self. So it was a complete body and soul improvement and transition for you, which is very difficult for many.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I always hated looking at the person in the mirror. Anytime I looked in the mirror,
Mm.
I hated looking at myself. I didn't take no pictures. I didn't record no videos of myself. I even hated the way I talked. When I was in elementary school, kid you not, I cut off both eyebrows. I shaved them with razor blades, shaved both of them. And the next day we had parent teacher. It was like a parent teacher award ceremony in the cafeteria, and everybody's in the cafeteria, so you had to stand up and sing and talk to the parents in the crowd, and I had no eyebrows. So I always hated looking at myself, and I only hated looking at myself because I knew I needed to get to the NFL to give my family the life that they deserved and the life that I always wanted. So I always hated looking at myself in the mirror, and that was my biggest goal ever. Like change the way I look, get some confidence about myself, because confidence was nowhere, no type of confidence.
Mm.
Always insecure about anything, even in relationship, insecure. Yeah, just so it was just a confidence builder for me, an ego booster. Get in the best shape possible and walk around with your shirt off. Proud of yourself.
Mm.
Because if you're not proud of yourself, life's just gonna be shitty. Life's gonna be terrible. Life's gonna be terrible if you're not proud of yourself. So you
Yeah.
gotta build something that you're proud of, and then walk around like the man. Pretty much, you gotta be the man. Walk around once you become proud of yourself, and I can look in the mirror and smile at myself and say, "You look good."
So when you work with people, Eric, and they could see the transition with you, not only physically, but the way you work, the way you're mentally as well. What kind of people won't you work with?
I try to give everybody a chance, but I'm not finna spoon feed you, and
Mm.
I'm not finna spoon feed you. You either want it or you don't want it. Cause that's them the people that I love working with, the people that really want it. Cause you got a vision. This client has a vision for themselves. They might not have the best discipline or the best consistency, but that's what my program do. It gives you a non guesswork structure to follow within your meals and your training. So there's no guesswork. You just follow, check out them boxes, check out them boxes. But if you have an application issue, because that's what most people have, an application issue. They have all
Mm.
knowledge, but there's no application, there's no action behind what they really want to do or what they want. So If you're not willing to put in the action and the work and fall in love with the work, because the work is what builds the character and builds you, gives you that version of what you really want to be, your highest self. So if you're not falling in love with the work and falling in love with the progress, and you just want the result, it'll never happen for you. Some people it do, but you'll never come out being your best version of yourself when you get to that end result. Because everybody want the end result, but everybody don't want to put the work in each and every day and fall in love with the work to build you. And that's what I love. I love the work. I love the progress. I love the journey. I love the hustle. I love everything about getting to the result. So I know by the time I get to the result, actually, I have a result in the vision, but I feel like I'm the best version of me right now. And that's how I want them to feel. Like every day, they're the best version of themselves, each and every day. And you just constantly improve and evolve. So the people I work with, the people that I choose to work with, relentless effort. They never take no for an answer. You can ask me anything. You can come for me for any advice. I help you in all ways possible. But if you refuse to put in the work, you refuse to hit the macro numbers that I give you daily, you refuse to work out every day, and you skip workouts and give excuses, it'll never work for you. It'll never happen for you. We will never be aligned because you're not the type of person to fall in love with the work, love the journey to get to that result and get to the best version of you, that vision. Everybody has a vision of what they want to look like at the end of the day. Everybody. And if you don't put the work in, you'll never get there. You have to put action in each and every day to get to that result and that vision. And it's simple. If you don't put that work in, you don't put the action in, it'll never happen. It'll never happen for you. Ever.
Must be real rewarding when you work with somebody and you see them putting in the hard work and then seeing results. They're happy, you're happy, everybody wins.
I get a major rush. How can I put this? I'm happier for them than I am for my transformation. Because everybody that comes into my program, I want that transformation to supersede mine. I want it to be 100 times better than mine. Just because I know how it's gonna make you feel. Like I'm gonna feel good because you decided to change and you put action in and you change. You got your result, and I love that for everybody. But for you, it's like it's a reality shift. You're not the same person. You will not come out the same person that you went in, and that's a fact. And I love that. I love that feeling and that response I get from everybody once they change, even if it's the smallest change. I'm just so hyped and I'm so motivated. And I'm like, my boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, they keep going. You almost like you there. You're not where you want to be, but you there. You making results, and progress is what's gonna get you there. Because this is what I preach. This is how I see it in my head. Because I always have to make up. I have to make up like small scenarios, picture-like scenarios for it to resonate with me. So when I was young, I couldn't jump a fence, but I could see people jump fence and jump hurdles in track and field. And you can jump a fence, and you're gonna run to the next fence. You're gonna jump that fence, but you can't jump 5 fences at once. You're gonna bust your face wide open. So it's all about when people say consistent steps. I see it as jumping fences. You have to jump this fence first, get to the next fence, then jump that fence. Get to the next fence, then jump that fence. Instead of trying to jump 3 to 4 fences at once, then you fall face flat, and then you rock bottom. You got to start all the way over. So instead of trying to jump 5 to 10 fences, jump one at a time, get some progress, get result. Progress, result. And that thing you know, you where you want to be. And you haven't even turned around. Even if you do turn around while you jumping fences, you see you don't jump 100 fences. And the dude over here, he done jump maybe 5 fences one time. But you done jumped 100 fences in the last 2 weeks, the last month, the last 6 months, 3 months, year. And you so much further away from where you started, pretty much. So it's all about jumping fences, getting ahead of life, taking those small steps and just stepping, getting better and better each and every day. Results, progress. And it's a never-ending trial and error situation. So they're gonna be ups and downs, yeah. You're gonna trip over the fences, but are you gonna let them fences keep you where you at right now instead of get to your vision? And we're not doing that. We're gonna get to that vision regardless. We're gonna jump that fence. I don't care how high it is, I don't care how steep it is, I don't care if it's sturdy or not. We're gonna get to that vision no matter what. I don't care we gotta go up under the gate, up under the fence. We're gonna get to the fence. We're gonna get over that fence or through that fence, one way or another. And I'm here 1,000% with you to get you through that fence.
It's similar concept of being patient and trying than it is when you're day trading, right? Get a system, be patient, work with it, and see these small changes. Seems very, very similar. Hey, Eric, has there been anything in the last month or so that you changed your mind on?
Um, other than food choices, other,
Anything?
other than food choices, I haven't changed my mind on anything. I've been so locked in on my daily habits and becoming the best version of myself. Okay, communicating better, getting my vision out better, getting off my vision and my goals on what I want to see around me and from other people. I want everybody to see my vision and see my goal and apply relentless effort to get into that goal, no matter what it is. And that goal is becoming the best version of you, becoming the version of you that you admire in all ways. And then you give that person to somebody else, give that person to the world, because somebody else need help with what you struggled through and what you overcame. So you struggled through that, you overcame it, you your best version from that situation. Now you help other people get past that level that they stuck at or that they going through right then and there. And that's what I want everybody to see. So I'm working on communicating that better and getting that out better to my audience and to the world and whoever sees me or hears my voice.
Hmm. So you felt that you weren't doing a good job at that within the last couple of months, and you need to refocus on that.
Right. Because I was so
Yeah.
focused on me. I have to
Right.
become the best me. And I had to sit back and realize I'm the best version of me right now. So other people need my help in other situations or other areas. So that's what my purpose is. Help you out more. Give more to you. If you need advice, you need these questions answered, I go into detail and the actionable plan to get you out of that state of mind and out of that situation you're in. To elevate, to learn from that situation you're going through. Because not what you go through is what you grow through. And I had to learn that. So I'm helping people grow through whatever they're going through.
Hmm. So Eric, I'm a little bit older than you. Well, actually, I'm double your age. Come to think about it, but I started my business when I was a young man, a little younger than you, and I was working way too hard. And I was, 14, 16 hour days. You've been doing that for quite a while, and I was putting my health in the back. And next thing you know, I'm at the doctor's office. So my kind of rock bottom, come to Jesus moment, was I was at the doctor and I'm at 340 pounds. Right, I'm 205 now, similar to you. And she says to me, if you don't lose this weight, you're never going to see your daughter graduate. My daughter was just born. So it scared me to death, Erica. It's not only me, right? I've been doing this, I've been abusing myself, but now I've got this family that I've got to stick around for. And it's selfish of me to do it. So I'm driving home and I'm punching the steering wheel. Right. I said, how did I do this? It's my pie hole. I'm the one who did it. And there's nobody going to stop me now. And I didn't tell anybody. So for the next 6, 7 months, I did exactly similar to what you did. I lost about 130 pounds. And you can't look at it like a finishing line, like we talked about before, because many people gain it right back. These are lifelong changes, not just temporary changes to lose the weight. You've got to keep it off. So when I tell people this story, they automatically say, oh, what's your secret? What'd you do? And there's no secret, Eric. You and I both know discipline. That's how I lost it. I got motivation. I got focus. I got willpower. I got routine. That's how I lost it. That's how I keep it off. And when you mentioned it before, but how does discipline play a role in your life, Eric C?
You said it perfect on the head. There is no secret sauce. There is no secret. Ain't no secret ingredient. You have to apply daily actionable steps that got you results. You have to apply them each and every day. and let it become one with you. Because once you deviate from the plan, that's when your result. That's when that old you start coming back and creeping in more and more. And we don't want that. We're not having that. So the discipline mindset, it's all about mindset. You have to feed your mind positive, encouraging words to keep you disciplined. So all day throughout the day, I'm feeding myself. I'm unstoppable. I'm phenomenal. Everything's working out for me. Everything going right in my favor. I will never go back to that fat guy. I will never be that fat fuck again. Ever. I will never. But then once the say a day get hard and I don't want to work out, I don't want to train, I don't want to eat all this food, that's discipline. I know I will never look like that guy again. I do not want to be that guy again. And I will not be the one getting called fat or being the main laughing stock ever again. And that just keeps me going because I was always, when it came to joking or anything in a crowd, in a group of people, they always came to me for fat jokes. You fat, and somebody need to laugh. Look at a fat ass, fat guy. Hated that. So everything I did, I heard that fat, and that kept me disciplined. So that's my discipline set right there. Being fat, never fat again, ever fat again. There will never be a time where I will ever be fat again.
But as a child, Eric, you were sacrificing your own health and well-being because you felt that you needed to go to the NFL and to provide for your family. So was discipline instilled in you, or is it something that you kind of adopted? Did you learn about it in the household? Because you were sacrificing your own well-being to go to the NFL. I'm not quite sure you really wanted to do it, but you wanted to provide for your family. But so did you learn about discipline kind of the hard way back then?
I learned discipline within my household because discipline always played a big factor wherever I was. Discipline. But it really kicked in because my mom, my dad, my grandparents always instilled discipline in me. Like you have to have discipline. You have to have discipline. You have to have discipline. No matter what form of discipline, it was always some disciplinary actions to whatever
Wow.
actions or consequences you had. But playing football, I had some real tough, nose hard coaches, and they didn't take no shit. So you either got the program and got what you wanted, or you hit the high road and you sat on the bench. And discipline, I've been instilled with discipline ever since I was at 5, 6 years old, probably even younger. So discipline always been on top of my tree.
Hmm. What motivates you, Eric?
What motivates me? I know what motivates me. Getting out the bed. Getting out the bed. What motivates me? The main thing that motivates me is becoming this vision that I have of me. Because I have a vision of myself, and I'm gonna keep working till I get to that vision. But being able to show people my transformation, and letting them know that you can do the same thing. Because I'm no different from you. I put my pants on just like you put your pants on. We have the same 24 hours. You just not applying yourself, and I am. So if you don't apply yourself, you stay with the results and you stay looking how you look, you stay living how you live. But you watch my life on Instagram or you watch me daily, you see the action, you see the thought, you don't see the thought, but you see the actions and you see the discipline, the consistency each and every day to become the best version of me. And I want to give that to other people. I want other people to instill that discipline, that consistency, just with simple actions each and every day. You don't have to complicate it. Just have simple actions each and every day that you won't deviate from, make them non-negotiable, and become the best version of yourself. Because if you're not the best, if you're not proud of your presence, you'll never be happy in life. You have to be proud of your presence, and you have to be proud of that man or that woman looking at you in that mirror. And that's something that I hated for the longest. And I want everybody to be proud of the person that they see looking back at that mirror at them. Because I hated it for the longest. And once you change and you become your best self, you love it. And it's like, so I say, I never loved myself. Ever since I was fat, I never had love for myself ever.
Wow.
I only found love within myself when I got into a relationship. The relationship, I felt like the relationship gave me a lesson that if you don't love yourself, you'll just fall into a pit, a dark pit that you got to dig yourself out. You'll put yourself in the grave. You'll dig yourself a grave, and you'll sit in that grave until you dig yourself out, and you become the person that you can look in that mirror and love with unconditional love every aspect of you from head to toe, every aspect. And if you don't love yourself, and you don't love that person looking back at that mirror at you, you don't want to do suicide. You don't want to kill yourself.
Mm.
So you have to love yourself. You have to be proud of the person that's looking back in that mirror. And I feel like that's my motivator. That's my goal. That's make everybody proud of the person that they see in the mirror, so you won't have no depression, you won't have no anxiety, you won't have no suicidal thoughts. Anything anybody going through, it all starts from you not loving yourself and you not being proud of yourself, because self comes first. Before you can get love to anybody else, you have to get love to self. And if you don't get love to yourself first, you can't receive love, you can't give out love.
Looking for a powerful way to reach business leaders and engage consumers? The Joey Pinz podcast connects brands like yours with an audience that listens, engages, and takes action. High impact exposure with a fast growing loyal audience. Millions of views and listens across major platforms. Sponsors see increased brand awareness, trust, and conversations. We make sponsorships simple and effective with custom ad placements that fit your brand, deep audience engagement through authentic conversations, long-term exposure across podcast platforms and social media. Don't miss the opportunity to connect with your ideal customers. Visit joeypins.com/sponsor to secure your sponsorship today. Or you can email us at sales@joeypins.com. The Joey Pinz podcast, where conversations drive results. Yeah, self-transformation and impact. So given that motivation, Eric, how do you measure success?
I measure success. How do I measure? I measure success all the way across the board. So from your daily habits to how you eating, how you see yourself, how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself, everything has to be aligned with your vision and the goals that you're giving out to everybody. So that's pretty much how I align success. If you're not aligned across the board, strictly with your vision, with your goal, and applying the daily action steps to get you there with discipline, consistency, and your daily habits, so if you can have all the money in the world and feel like shit, feel like straight shit. But once you become the best version of yourself, everything, and you align with your goals and your purpose on earth, I feel like everything becomes easier. Everything happens for you instead of to you, and you get what you want out of life, which is providing a service. You get what you want out of life, which is providing a service that will change humanity. Strong with you, what you went through, and overcoming it and giving it to other people.
Eric, it's a trait of a remarkable person. I feel when somebody goes through as big as a transformation as you and keeps up with it, they could just keep it to themselves and move on. But you've decided to help others with it. I mean, that's the trait of a remarkable person. Not everybody does that, and I applaud you for it. I love what you're doing. You motivate me. You motivate others. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your time today. Anybody listening, how can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me on Instagram at E_2fit. And if you're ready for change, transformation, meal plans, training plans, daily habits, daily structure, you send me a DM, let me know. You can ask me questions. I give you advice. Just hit me on Instagram, E_2fit, and I'll respond as fast as I can.
Yeah, it's got pictures. I look at you now, and I look at some of those pictures of you when you were just. I have pictures like that too when I was at 340 and people can't believe it, but I don't know, it's myself and I don't look at it. But when I see others make that transformation, it's absolutely remarkable. The letter E is an Eric _2, the number 2, fit, FIT is your handle there on Instagram. And I'll make sure to put it in the show notes. Eric, I thank you so much for your time. Next time I'm in your neck of the woods, perhaps we'll get a cup of tea.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nashville, Tennessee.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time. You be well.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me. Have a great one.
Thank you for listening and or viewing Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations. Please share this episode with one or two of your friends who you think may benefit from the episode. Our website, www.joeypins.com. There you'll find lots of resources and you could join our mailing list. Please follow us on all our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Podcast information, the video version of our podcast is on YouTube. Please subscribe. Audio is on all major podcasting platforms. Please follow them. And if you like it, please consider giving 5-star rating. Would really appreciate that. Thank you again for listening or watching Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations.